There we are, there we are. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you guys know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspired by dreams shop. That's the place to go to get, your new hoodies, hats, t-shirts. We got a little bit of everything. Okay, my good people, I couldn't wait to get in touch with you guys and just chop it up with you guys. Had a great weekend, and I just want to share some things with you guys and just have a different type of conversation this Monday. Let me see. I hope you guys' energy is all the way up, and yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. I want to start this one off today. This is I had a lot of questions in the past when it comes down to just people just in general and how people think and how people feel about just the community and people around them. And I'm realizing, with all just the passing and the fussing and the fighting in between all of this, we still living, man. Life goes on, and we have to start realizing that we need us more than we think. And yeah, we're just gonna start this one off. I have a lot of things I want to express to you guys and just how I feel. I have a couple new videos we're gonna go over that I dropped that I want you guys to check out. A whole bunch of stuff, you guys, a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, why not start it off? Rest in peace to Miss Wallace, Biggie Smalls, rest in peace, and condolences and healing energy goes out to the family. Much love. I've shed a few tears that day just going over some Every time I watch a Biggie documentary, the tears, they just don't seem to, they just keep rolling down my face. So I'm in a way, I feel it brought a sense of joy to. She fought so much for her son. People just don't realize, when you're out here and your culture's left behind you, but you're out here for a better reason and to get your family where they have to be, and you see more in life, and you accomplish it by raising your son out here. And there's nothing that we did in our power that we could have stopped these type of incidents from happening. But all I can say is it's always left up to the higher power. And I just want to send healing energy out, man. I was watching a few Biggie documentaries, and it just brought tears to my eyes just to know that he had so much more, and so much more could have helped hip hop and just the people around him. So yeah, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. He said, Dad, shouts out to my pops, man. Love my pops, my moms. Shouts out to my whole family. We gotta all, before you could just tell, I have some topics here, but I just wanted to chop it up with you guys. We gotta really come together more than what we've been doing. I've been seeing a lot of separation between our culture, and it's not right, and it's not the right time, I put up a video, and it was on the FBA, and just the back and forth that we've been dealing with as a black culture. And I feel like we have to start paying attention to the things that really serve our souls more, and start investing our value. Start investing in us and the people around us, instead of just investing in the things that's going to eventually in turn hurt us. And I've been just thinking about it and just seeing a lot of people going back and forth. And some of the arguments are just wrong information. People are fighting over just things that just don't even make any sense. And if you only knew what we have to deal with, coming in these next years to come, you would be more, you'll be more sensitive towards other people's feelings and how they feel, because we all have families, and we all have things we want to accomplish and things that we need to do to keep everything going, stuck together, and us keeping it tight. So I don't know why people at this point in time in their life would just go out and just do harm to people, and just to get their selfish things that they want. I don't know, man. Right now the world is in a state of everybody's just trying to get the most. And for us, we have to really start concentrating on our health, and we have to really concentrate on what's going on in front of us. All I'm saying. You said you miss your dad? Man, what happened to your father? You miss him? Did he pass? It's one thing about your mom and your parents. Whatever they even if they're not in your presence, just know that whatever they instill in you, whatever you even sometimes, even little things they might have said, it doesn't have to be like a jewel. It's just things that you might have just looked at your father, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he carried himself, little things you never forget about your family. So if your father happened to pass and that's the reason why you're saying you miss him, healing energy goes out to you, and just find a way to remember all the good times, man. You got to remember the good times. We all have we all have bad times, but if we gathered up all the good times and we kept our mind thinking about that and building on what we already the good times, we feel better about ourselves and go out there as a new person or a more stronger person than you already are. Don't when you're reminiscing and you're thinking about like people in the past or people that have passed in your family or things like that, always remember the good. Don't, because sometimes it could just grab your anxiety when you just think about how they passed, or if it was like something that maybe you can't understand, or something that hurt you in their passing. Don't think of that. Think of all the good times and what made you love them, and then that feeling will forever live on. That's why I try to do, because I had a lot of like close people to me that passed too, and friends that were really, really, really good friends, you guys. Like for example, I had a friend, one of my close friends, his name is Joel. He had passed away, and real, I couldn't find an explanation, because a type of dude that never did any harm to anybody. We would always chop it up, and he would always have this smile on his face every time he came around. And in some instances, I felt like he looked up to me. Just the type at that time, the type of person I was at that time, and just involved with so many different things, and he always come around, and just his passing out. Sometimes I question, like, why him, like, and I don't have any answers for that, to be honest with you. That's the sad thing about it. I don't have any answers for good people passing, but all I can say is that souls are needed. Our energy is in our soul. Our energy is within us, and it's so many things that now, when I think back about how he even touched us as a crew, and all our friends around that we all hung out together, it's something that we always kept with us. We called him Yankee Bucks. He was so tight with his money at sometimes, but he was so dope, man. What a man. He inspired the whole crew to just care more about us. And yeah, so sometimes like when people pass, or people in your family pass, could be a friend, family, you never forget the good times, man. I could even, but yeah, man, let's just jump right into it for the this morning. Okay, so we're hearing now, as far as the Diddy case, Tony Buzbee, I guess he's still running and gunning. I don't know what's going on. This celebrity cases are starting to become like this big thing now, and it's like, look, man, I'm waiting for the point to see what's going on with this case with the Diddy. I give you guys updates all the time on it, but it gets draining to a point sometimes when you just start realizing all the hurt that's left back, and this is what you're fighting for. You're fighting to get out of prison because of the people you hurt. I don't know what's going on with that. It's karma attached all over that. And it's just sad that a lot of people, had to deal with this type of energy. On another note, if you guys watch the Art of Dialogue on YouTube, they recently brought back Freddy P from Making of the Band, and he's just, speaking more on just, his time around Diddy, and he also spoke on when Choppa spoke on Sara being, involved with Diddy. How did they asked him how he felt about it? Did he feel like, there was any truth to that? That you felt like, did he feel like Diddy was, pushing himself on Sara? And he kind of gave the same energy as Choppa, saying that, Sara was, he doesn't feel like Sara was all the way telling the truth. Maybe possibly something could have happened, but he was just saying it in a way like, Sara kind of knew what she was getting into because of the situation she was in and things like that. And I think at this point, when it comes down to, just speaking on Sara, I know she made her debut on that documentary, but I feel like Sara should really pick up forget about the cameras, the lights, and the bells and whistles, and just start get on here and speak your truth. If that man did something to you and you feel like, okay, maybe I was at first, I was, I was a little holding back of it, and then I let it happen, and then he kept happening. Tell the truth. Just tell people how they feel and where, because you can't get mad at Freddie, you can't get mad at Choppa or the people that was around that feel like it's something different. You just have to explain yourself and let people know your side of the story clearer than just coming on here and just saying he did this, did that, and the people that was around you don't feel that. So, I feel like she should get online and really, really speak her mind and speak what's going on. Because we already know that you was messing around behind the scenes. You did have a husband. And these are the type of things that, might have stopped you in the past from getting online and saying something. But at this point, what they call it, the cat's out the hat, the rabbit's out there. You gotta just speak your mind, and you have to realize that everybody in these times, when it comes to crime, you are your own lawyer before you go hire a lawyer. You speak your truth and you let people know how you feel. If it's not the truth, then apologize for certain things you said and let people know the real. It's nothing wrong with being wrong. It's nothing wrong with being wrong. Remember that. So that's just coming out of his. That's just Freddie's take on it, and it was a lot. Now I realize with that whole Bad Boy situation, I don't, that's one of the, when I look back at the old documentaries, to be honest with you guys, I couldn't see any of this. I couldn't see any of this. It was like, that's why they say, you never know a person's character until you actually deal with them yourself, because just seeing them on TV, hearing them on the radio does not really give you a full how they treat people and things like that, So these are the people that were around him. So we can only go off of what they say until this thing hits the courtrooms. And I don't know, man. I don't know. But it just, it's at this point, this Diddy stuff is very draining. But I still have to keep up the energy, because I know that there's victims involved, as well as Diddy could be a victim of lies and things. So I'm just waiting to see how this whole thing plays out. I'm never the one to point a finger. I just want, people to understand that we are being hurt. And the more we keep fighting each other, the more we keep pointing the finger at each other, and without this, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere, Don't let complexion lead your point of views. Don't let people, like, sometimes the person you think that could hurt you is going to be the person that can help you, and sometimes the person that can help you could hurt you. So you think that can help you could hurt you. So the devil has definitely millions of disguises. You have to be just careful. Be careful, you guys. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, before I get into another topic, you got to be careful of the things that you eat right now in New York. I'm not just going to say for New York. I'm just going to say for the whole America. We got to be very careful of the things that we eat. Me, myself, I'm not hands-on on everything that's healthy and nutritious, but I do pay attention to what I take and put in my body. Sometimes going without eating something when you're fully starving, and maybe if you only have like junk food around and things like that, you got to get that stuff out of your system. You want to have a strong immune system at this point. You want to have a clear mindset, and what you eat definitely, it develops your mind. If you're not eating the right things, you're going to feel low energy, low vibrational energy, and your frequency is going to be at a low. You don't want to go out there like that. When you're at a low, you can't figure things out as snappy. You can't move the way you want to move. So your health, your body, your temple is everything in these times. No matter what's in your pockets, that's gonna build. As long as you have this up here and that keeps working, you can always come up with new ideas and new things to make more money. But if you're just looking to chase down money and then your health is not right, then you just getting out of breath. You're gonna collapse before you even could cash out, okay? So we have to pay attention to that too. Being healthy, being on a clear mindset, and not having mental issues where it's offsetting what you're thinking and how you're thinking is gonna be one of the most important things you have to do. Everything else will come in time. There's so many ways you can catch up with your money, catch up with your bills so quick that you wouldn't even know it, as long as you just have this together, So I just wanted to, because right now people they're like getting paid to share their value. In other words, like all the work that you did, there's going to be somebody that wants to buy into you. That's what a lot of these billionaires and things, they wait till you're almost finished with the job, buy into you, take the company or whatever you have going and they expand on it. You have to be ready to build your own. You have to be ready to build your own. And don't be scared to, throw some money in somebody else's dream and help somebody else to get to where they have to go, because those are the miracles I always tell you guys that you don't even understand when they come. The blessings that come with that is it's more than just a financial gain. It's a spiritual gain, in other words. It's a better way of life, a good feeling to know that there's people out there that see you for you and they can see your heart. And once you have a lot of people like that, you'll start to realize that you are protected. You feel more at home even when you're by yourself, I put out a video, it's called I Hate Being a Single Mom. I want you guys to go check that out and really pay attention. Even if you're a father, you're a mother, or you're looking to be a mother, or you're looking to be a father, this video, it gives you a greater explanation, and you guys will understand that if you're gonna get into building a family, you have to be smart enough to learn how to structure it before it's even in front of you. You have to know that the time that you put into your family, that's forever. Anything else is not gonna be forever. There's not a lot of things on this earth that's forever. But your family, that's going to be forever. So it's a lot. It's very stressful being a single parent, and people are just breaking up nowadays. Like always tell you, people are breaking up like beef patties. It's to the point where you have to know that if you're going to lay down with a person, you want to make love to a person, and you feel like you want that person in your life, you have to know that that's an ongoing job. It's an ongoing job. It's just now you're working for two. It's always you're working for your family, really. As much as people may think that they have these other people to please, and these are the goals that people have set for us, our real goals are really is the things that is keeping us alive in these times. It's that serious. It's that serious, you guys. There's a lot of things in the air. A lot of people are getting hurt. There's a lot of things happening that has no explanation behind it until you really figure it out for yourself. So I just want to be here to let you guys know that there's somebody out here trying to figure things out in a fast pace and enough way where I can dish it out to you guys, and you guys can get some kind of benefit from it. Because people out here, they done lost their mind and they can't find it. They can't find it, you guys. They cannot find it. I seen another thing. Rest in peace and healing energy goes out to Tyga's mom and family. Tyga, healing energy. I don't know what it is to lose a mother, but this is something that we all go through, losing people that we love, like I told you earlier. Just healing energy, and keep your loved ones around you. If you ever happen to hear this, keep your loved ones around you, and man, find yourself in a lifestyle that's going to be good for yourself. And now you have your mom in the spiritual being. She's always looking down on you and always going to want you to be in your best path and doing your best at whatever you want to do. So it gives you an extra coat of when you lose somebody that's so close to you like that, you get this. Once you understand it, you get this extra coat that you have to put this. It's like, it's pain in this coat, but at the same time, it's love. It's a lot of love that you can never forget. So yeah, man, a lot of people are passing. I'm not with it. I feel like the world we're living in today, we have started like this. It's like almost like a silent war, and people are not being their truthful self. They're just putting out their it's like they're putting out their bot version of themselves, and that's just the gotta get it, no heart for other people. I gotta get where I'm going, and I'm not really on that type of energy. I'm really not on that type of energy. I feel for my people, out there that just not making it through this, and it's hard. I see a lot of people losing their jobs, and they never thought that it would come to this point. And people think that it's just like a snap of a finger. The next day you lose a job. No, it's a lot of stress and mental stress that comes with that. Knowing that you've been working for a company for so many years, and now, boom, you're off to try to figure it out to do something else. That's not an easy task, and there's a lot of people dealing with that right now. So I just want you to know that there's more options. You just got to figure it out, and just place your mat down, figure it out. Start working on a new blueprint of your life, and realize that this next blueprint in your life is not going to cost you as much money as the last one. So that's something to look forward to, because once your mind is right, you start working out what you really need in your life. And to be honest with you, a lot of people went broke from just being fooled by other companies, big companies throwing things that they felt like they needed, or products they felt like they, and they threw money into things that didn't really serve them the best. So this time around, we're gonna try to put our money in places where we can at least see some kind of, return on it, or we can see that it's some kind of fulfillment within somebody else that we wanted to help out. That's what we're really looking forward to this time around. What else I seen too? I seen that oh, another thing I wanted to bring to you guys. So I heard that Drake, there was a pregnant lady, I believe in one of his concerts in like the mosh pit section, and Drake, some way, somehow, he had realized that she was pregnant. I don't know if she screamed it out 2 weeks or something like that. And he actually paid her, I believe it was 30. He paid her 30,000 to get out of that section. And it's just because I believe it was just the safety of, ladies, we have to start realizing that the fun doesn't stop. The way you have fun just changes. You have a baby, you have responsibilities, you should not be at any concerts. I believe in the past there was a concert, I believe it was maybe Travis Scott. I'm not, it was a concert in the past where somebody had, it was like somebody had they were pregnant and they was trying to sue, but it was like, it's all up to you. You're not supposed to go to these concerts if you're pregnant, or whether it's 2 weeks, 1 week. Come on. You got to take care of yourself. And just knowing that there's somebody in the mosh pit, that's the section where it's wild. People are jumping over, and you're catching people. All of that stuff, it's a little too much. And it just goes to show that, you're not paying attention to what's going on. Having a baby, and you don't want to be at the concert front row. You're going to have a lot more responsibilities before you can think about going back at a concert and trying to, give the chair, because it ain't even worth it, man. You're bringing a child into this world. You want to bring the child in as safe as possible. There's a lot of things going around, especially with concerts and things like that. There's drinking, alcohol. You don't want to get around that stuff. So I'm glad that he gave her the money just to get out, because he knew that in these times, that's what moves people. It seems like some people, 30,000, the money, and she took that, and maybe she can hopefully have, some of that she can put towards her planning to having that, that child, so she won't, But man, don't go to these concerts, ladies. Please don't go to these concerts. And if you're pregnant or things like that, you can watch it some other time, or enjoy yourself some other time. There's different ways to have fun. You can have fun. You try to find fun in the things that you can just, you don't have to pay or do so much to do. Like, come on. What's up, y'all? Shouts out to James. Shouts out to Sean. Am I related to Snoop? No, but I am related to Rihanna. You know who's related to Snoop? Ray J. Ray J, I believe, is related to Snoop. Yeah, you'd be surprised how my family extends so long that it even confuses me. But I'm not related to Snoop. I love Snoop though. Snoop Dogg he's a dope dude, good-hearted person. Sometimes when you see let me see. He said Obama. No, not Obama. Obama's the coolest though. Shoot, if I was related to Obama, oh my goodness, man, you would have seen me up there. I would have tried to I'd have tried to put in some things to help the world. I got a lot of ideas on the side that I'd be scared to bring to YouTube, and I'd be scared to just throw them out there. So I just write them down instead of like typing them. Like I always tell you guys, I write them down, and just little things that I feel like can change the world in certain places and make people think certain things. But I gotta still figure a way. Do I still have? I gotta figure a way to I gotta figure a way to just put it all together and maybe I don't know. I think it's a little too powerful for a book. I'm not sure. I might get in trouble with all of this stuff. Whose mom? My 33rd cousin? My 33rd cousin. Nah, I think it's my Nah, it's really like I think it's maybe my second. I'm not sure. I don't know how that goes. I'm not good at that stuff. I'm just learning for myself. Um, but yeah, I wish Obama. I like Obama. Obama's a stand-up dude. Why not? You know, he's a stand-up dude. I don't show no disrespect towards these people, these higher ups or figures like that, because everybody has their job to do and they're trying to, you know, complete their job at the best way they can and at the same point help other people with it. So that's a big task within itself. I don't ever knock nobody. That's why I don't get into all the politics stuff. I just see like the results and how things are going, and I see where people's mindsets is at. Some people are they lost their hope. They lost. You can't give up in these times. You cannot give up. I don't care what you're going through. You can't give up. Even if you feel like today I don't got it today, tomorrow you might catch it back. So I don't want people to give up on that. So whoever's in office or whoever's in the higher ups, you still got to show respect to whoever. On social media, it looks like you can disrespect everybody and just do anything and get away with it, but that's not the case. You know, we got to be focused on the things that we do. We have to be more on point on the things that we feel that's going to be, you know, that's going to change our lives or change the future of our kids and things like that. We can't play around with things like that. I notice every time it's always like a versus thing with us versus us. And we don't realize that all of that stuff is wasting time. By the time we finish all of that, we'd be too tired to take on anybody else. We'd be too tired to even invest in our own. We'd be too tired to even believe and trust in our own, because the war that we had to deal with, it started to become a war within ourselves. We got to know better. We got to do better than that. Start looking at your brothers and your sisters like kings and queens, and stop looking at people like ops and enemies and things like that. We got to start doing better for ourselves. If not, whatever you think that person is what you're going to turn into. Keep thinking about that person. You got to start changing your life as an individual, and people will follow suit. The people that really care that much, because we're the people that seen pain, hurt, and all of that. A lot of these people, they ain't seen it like that yet. So I can understand why they have that innocent mind until they see it, and then it's like, boom, oh, that could really happen. Yeah, it could really happen. Not only could that happen, look at that. And then they start, you know, their eyes start opening to things that might possibly be not the best things to, you know, feel good stuff, but it's the realities. Once you start opening your mind to the realities of life, you start realizing that now, you know, have respect, show respect for people, and you never know, because you don't think that the biggest monster might not be the person that take you out. It might be the little mini you, the guy that's always been jealous of you, and he's been watching you trying to, you know, reach to a certain point, and to him, your certain point, it might not be a high point to you. You might be looking way further out, but just right there, you got your life together. You living good. You got a nice car, nice clothes. You're eating good. You're shining. Right now, he building up jealousy to take you out. So keep that. You know, the only thing that's gonna protect us, like we gotta stay, like the love that we keep around us. That keeps a lot. I mean, a lot of people say, no, I need a weapon, this and that, but your weapon is your mind, man. It's how you move around. You know, it's when people say that, you know, okay, you need a weapon. So, okay, you're going to go in a place where you need a weapon. Why are you going in that place? Because you got to go to get this and get that. No, you don't. Life has choices with it. You could say, now I don't feel like going there. And then you changing your trajectory, you changing your path, your journey as you go. The journey is never just walking straight, you guys. It's never just like a straight line. Trust me. A straight line journey, we'll be all on that line. It's not like that. Everybody gets there. And you know what? When you see those people going through like the worst situations where they're losing like younger kids and things like that, those people, they don't even know the strength that they have. God won't put them in these situations if they didn't have the strength to get through it and make it as a teachable moment. But they have to get out of that hurt to understand who they are. If you don't know who you are and these type of things happen, you lose yourself within it. Don't you know when you hurt somebody, there's people that's so hurt already that their whole family end up dying out within the next few years because of that one person hurt. You heard that you took somebody, a young folks life, somebody, and their mom passed it. It's just like a chain of events because of that hurt. So I'm mindful of that, and I also think, you know what? I'm gonna always be a better person. As the more I go on, the more I learn. I'm always gonna try to be a better person. And I feel like I'm a good guy anyway. Always been that way, but I still feel like there's more for me to learn. You know, there's a lot out there, man. That's just how I'm feeling this morning, you know. It's a Monday, that's just how I'm feeling. Just how I'm giving it up. I seen another thing out there that it kind of, I don't know if you guys seen this, but shouts out to Oskino, a former member of State Property, which was from the formerly one of the greatest labels of all time, Rockefeller. You guys know. I seen a conversation going around on Oskino, and you know what really caught my attention, just rewind now I really remember what caught my attention to get back up with, like, you know, old artists that I used to listen to, Oskino, is that he really surprised me and opened my mind the way he could paint. And it really made me think that, you know, it's like God's gift comes in a package that you can use in so many ways, so many directions. So recently, let's fast forward up to now. I hear Oskino, he's, you know, I know he always had his little gripe going on back and forth with Meek Mill and all of that. So I knew that was going on, and I feel like, you know, that's like a natural thing when it comes to hip hop. You know, people from your same area, there's always some kind of friction some way, somehow, when you look at the overall. But then I hear this new beef that he's having with, like, I believe it's Meek Mill's bodyguard. And I heard the story, and I'm hearing, like, you know, he's, you know, I even seen his bodyguard speak on camera. But as the story is going on, him going back and forth with it, it started with, you know, this like protection. In other words, this is what I'm getting from the conversation, that the protection of Meek Mill's bodyguard, being that Oskino was beefing with him all this time, now this guy comes into the picture. He feels a certain way because, you know, Meek is he's working for Meek, making more money, probably in a better situation than he was before, and now he takes it in his hand, in his mind, to go against Oskino. Now all of these guys know each other from the neighborhood in different ways, and somehow, you know, it's a Philly, people know each other. And within this argument, Oskino says, you know, that he raped a girl. And once I heard that part of the argument, then the whole argument began like, start over. What did you say? And in my head, I'm like, he starts explaining, like, there's a drug out in Philly where it's like a date rape drug, where, you know, like, excuse me for saying that, it's a date rape drug, and they're putting it in people's drinks, they pass out, and whatever happens to them. You know, I got to thinking, man. In my head, I said, you know, there's going to be people out here doing this wicked stuff to people's daughters, their nephews, their nieces. And to hear that, I don't know the guy, so I don't want to put it on him, but it's just from what Oskino is saying. He's saying that the girl pressed charges, and most likely we're going to see her probably, you know, hit social media within the next few days, if not today. In other words, it's one of those type of stories. But I thought to myself, you know, with all of this rape and this trafficking of the females going around, y'all, you know, who raised these people, these young men trying to do this to females? These are hurt people. You out there going and putting some date rape drug in somebody, drinking all of that. What's wrong with these people? Where y'all coming from? Like, what y'all don't have this up here? Why are you drugging your own, hurting your own people? Why are you drugging people to get what you want? Don't you see that's what got Diddy and these guys in prison? And y'all mean to tell me you're going to take that, and the only thing you can take out of these people's story is go get the same drug and go do it to your own people? Don't love these people, you guys. Don't love these people. Some of these people are wicked in some of these neighborhoods. It's sad. It's sad that you coming from these ghetto environments and you can't see past that. When God put you in that place where you can see way past that, you took the crumbs of how it is just to stay alive, stay above the water. That's what that is. You hurt your own people in your neighborhood. And you want this status of you're this, you're that. But you drugging people and you're don't you have a mother? Who raised these people? I don't want to hear your religion before I hear who you are. I don't care what religion you are if you're not abiding by what your religion is putting out there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you mean to tell me? And he starts describing the story. It's not like Oskino didn't have the story. He spoke on the story of how she, you know, she passed out. He spoke to, you know, it's like you're doing the same thing as what Diddy and these guys. I don't know why y'all find yourself in a place where you feel like you can take advantage of people by drugging them and then feel like you could just go on with your life and nothing's going to happen to you. You know, all of this fast cars, the Lambos, the Rolls Royces, all this, all of this stuff, all this material stuff, you have to be a man first. Before you, all of that stuff, it don't say nothing for yourself. If you're going to be doing that to people and you still got to drug somebody and you got all of this stuff supposedly, well, you got a problem within yourself. This problem starts with your home. Have somebody touched you? And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm not one of these guys that come up here and make fun of somebody if they've been through some problems. That's one thing I don't do. I don't put up with that nonsense. If somebody touched you in your family when you was younger, even if you don't point that person out, that person could have passed. You got to take that experience and make that something more greater than what you went through. Don't you got kids? I can't understand how some of these guys, like, all they think is sex, 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 and they don't even know how to hold down a lady. And then when they can't hold down a lady, the sex ain't even right. The ladies don't even want to tell them. The sex ain't no good. And then after, they ready to jump off to the next person because they ain't got no responsibility left in them. You ain't no real man. I don't care how many guns you got. I don't care how many cars you got, how many chains you got. Half of the stuff look gaudy. It's fake. I've been telling you guys about the jewelry, and it's no disrespect, but you can take it the way it is, man. A lot of this stuff that they're selling people, they are giving people their last dollars that they're going to need to get themselves out of the trouble when the court find and the police find out about this. Because, I mean, you can't go around drugging. This is the reason that all that type of stuff, that's wicked stuff. It's sick stuff. Taking control of somebody's mind, and you're going to take that from a female. Are you serious? Ladies, you got to be very, very careful of some of these dudes. I know you want something that looks stable and they getting money, this and that. But you also got to realize they got to have this, because they can put you in harm's way if you go messing around with one of these guys that don't got no direction. And I'm be honest with you. That's no hating or nothing, but just being a drug dealer is, you ain't really got to. Up here, you ain't got to do too much to sell something that makes people addicted to keep coming back. That's not really putting work in. Back in the day, yeah, there's a lot of things that go around it, but nowadays, people can't even trust people in their own crew. So what makes you think that you want to be around these people? And half of these people, you know what always upsets me? When I see them pulling like 30 or 40 of them out the Bronx, or pulling them in a Rico or something, and they walking out, and they start reading the charges like it's a storybook on their way to the prison. They always say, well, they got drugs and they get fentanyl. It's like, why are y'all trying? You don't understand. That is a drug that is set there that if you get caught with it, that's almost putting up like you murder somebody. That thing takes people's lives, their souls. And you think that when you get caught with that you're not going to go to jail for the rest of your life? Don't you see what's going on? You mean you can't do something a little better than that? I know it looked like it's only rap, but it's sports that can help. It's rap, entertainment, sports. You could be an actor. There's so many other things you can do besides going out there and just being so low energy, low tier and selling drugs. For what? Why are you drugging people? Why are you getting into that life? Because if you drug the wrong people, there's going to be people that come and look for you. You get put in a van now and you're never to be found again. Don't you know the news might put up headlines of what's flying through there and dropping, but you're not seeing all the news of the bodies that get dropped on these parkways for people that do wicked things to people and people catch up with them. You know how many people died over that crypto nonsense? Be very careful out here. This is a wicked world. Some people think it out here is a game. They feel like if they have a gun or something in their pocket, they're gonna be that's not it. That ain't it. I'm telling you. You can have the biggest gun in your pocket and somebody creep up behind you and drop the newspaper and hit you, and now you don't have anything. I'm trying to lead you in a way where you don't have to go through it like that, where people look at you for something else instead of trying to rob you. But still, they get up here and look like a fool, and they trying to be like these guys that did so many hurt to people. You out here trying to be like one of these guys that don't even treat their queen. Like, you got to show these females something different, bruh. You think showing them your chain and this and that ain't keeping them around. That's only making them want to go do shopping and trying to dress like you, bruh. You got to show them a better life and how to raise a family. Some of these women can't even cook. It's embarrassing out here. Don't you know in the West Indies, men and women cook? It's not just about just a woman cooking. No, men and women cook. What's wrong? If you're going to build a family or raise a family, you got to know how to nurture that family. When times is hard and you can't go out there to buy something, you got to know how to grow it. But you didn't know that? And they get on, you know, it's social media make feel like life is just moving along. No, not everybody's moving along on this train. Some people are missing it. And they're getting left back, never to be seen again. You got to use this, you guys. You got to use this, because without this, they're going to sell and trick you to anything. Why are you spending more on things that's not bringing you anything back? You want everything so instant. Why don't the things that you spend on, why don't you feel that instant gratification from it? Because social media, when you put it on and you take it off, it feels like it's used. Yeah, because your mind is stuck on social media. It's still brand new, fool. That thing could be still brand new for a whole month. But social media got you thinking like, oh, now I got to switch this up quick. For what? Your face is the same. I know who you are. I know who you are. So why you keep looking like you're putting on this clown stuff without really actually putting the things that's really needed up here? And you're reading all these funny, foolish books about how to make this money and that money. And by the time you get the money value drop, and you keep falling into the same hole. You keep falling into the same hole because you're chasing the wrong thing. See, when they see you happy, they start paying attention to you, because they know that inside they ain't really happy. So they want to know what they want, a sip of that. They want a sip of that. Yes, they do. Everybody with a smile on their face ain't happy. I'm telling you. And everybody talking like this, they ain't got a problem. We're building. The more we learn, that's fulfilling to me. I don't really care anymore about what's going on really on social media, unless it has to do with my people, man. I hear a lot of people talking a lot of these conversations. It's false information, you guys. It's false information. It's false information. Got the guy smiling in your face. Meanwhile, he got a whole family home. And he's cheating. It's like a lot of stuff right now. You have to be very careful of what's going on. People can't even stay together for more than 3 years. And y'all don't see it? I look around, man, and I see it. The glasses are on, and I see it. People are pretending, man. And so, you know, the more pretending you do, don't you think that people will start pretending to you? You pretending all day, so people gonna pretend like they love you. And then when you're in the casket, they go pretend like they care. Do you want that? That's a scary life, man. Always search for the real thing, and be truthful in whatever anything that you do, and try to put you into it. You see a lot of these people losing themselves, yo. People are selling their soul for cheap. For cheap. That's what they're left with, nothing, because it's false information and people are lost. They don't know what next corner to turn. Every time you turn on social media, you see somebody get killed. But if you look for something, it don't always gotta be that way. Change your algorithm up here instead of worrying about what's on social media. This is the real algorithm you gotta really change. Because everything else on social media is going to have you going one way or feeling one day you feeling good, the next day they got you feeling like this. This day it's like they pulling you and pulling strings. Don't cut the damn strings off. Feel like how you want to feel. Feel like how you want to feel. Said Michael Jordan. I love Michael Jordan. Something I hope Michael Jordan's all right. I hope Michael Jordan's all right. It's one of the GOATs. MJ good? I know his son ain't good, but MJ good. Don't you see how that balance is? You see how Michael Jordan still is, since you're speaking on Michael Jordan, you see how he's still up and he's still aware and he's still out here and he's not, because he had what led him was something greater than what was in front of him. So that's why he can add that in anything he does. That's why he tried baseball. He could do bowling, he could poker. It don't matter, because what he has in here is what drives him to do that, instead of just saying all I can do is shoot the ball. No. When you're thinking and moving on a higher level, higher frequency, everything you do will be advanced to that. That's just how you have to keep on that, though. You have to stay on that energy no matter what's going down. Sometimes, some weeks we're not going to be popular. Some weeks, everybody's going to want destruction. They're going to want their get back, their lick, their revenge. And that's when people turn away from the people that's trying to give you a different route. But they swing back. They swing back when they realize that that's not fulfilling enough. Just taking somebody else's life is not like, no matter what anybody tell you, even if you lost somebody because somebody took their life and you go take their life. That happened to one of my friends, Free C Boogie. And you go take their life, it's still not a fulfilling feeling inside, It still don't fulfill you, It's something greater that we just got. I don't know what it is. I just feel like things are changing at a rapid rate and trying to figure everything out, but ain't everything supposed to be figured out. So just the important things, the things that mean most to us. A lot of these people, they're gonna lose their way in the greed. They're gonna get so much stuff in their house and everything they're gonna gather up. It's like those bunker people, them people in the bunkers, man. A bunker ain't never saved nobody yet. How they know that that's gonna be the way they go out? They feel like they got life structured on this is how it's gonna happen. No, life don't work that way. Life ain't no pattern to it. It switches all the time. It switches all the time. And when you realize that, you start taking your life more seriously. Instead of just like putting things in people's face and wanting them to do this and do that. Oh, I don't want to be in charge of people. I don't want to be more powerful than people. I just want to be a part of what's going on for change for the best. I don't want to be, it don't say much. It don't say much that when you talk down on your own people and you brought the worst out of somebody. That don't say much for yourself. It just shows that that's the type of person you are. You enjoy people at their low energy. Me, I enjoy people at their most high energy. We all can feel good. If one don't have, you pick that, help that person. That's what it's all about. I know it sounds crazy now, but you watch and see. You watch and see. It's always some help that you think that you had that you're going to need from somebody else. It always works that way. You might have the most of money, but you might need a helping hand in something else, right? So be mindful of that. Another thing I watched too that is really, really good. I don't know. It just kept me watching. Was the Buzbee. I think he's up to episode like 6. He has like a little vlog thing going. A big vlog, because sometimes people take a little vlog thing going like, I'm trying to down the man. I didn't mean it like that. But he has a vlog thing going on YouTube that he was just showing his property and just the things that he built and, and you see Buzbee living his life through, he has diabetes and you see him go to the hospital and, he shake back and he goes back to work because his passion is within his creations. You understand? He might think that he could only, his passion is just in the music, but from the outside looking in, no, your passion is whenever you create something and you can stand back and look at that. You like creating, and for some people, as deep as that might get, that's the reason why he might have a lot of kids. He likes the creation and you never know, a loving soul will always be a loving soul. He's dealing with so much with his health and his life, but he still find the time to smile and go out there and be there present for people. I was watching his vlogs, man. I said, man, Boost, you mean to tell me you got the Batman house back there built? He has his dogs back there. A beautiful life, a beautiful life. And I feel like once you get your mind at that point, you start to realize, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody, man. I don't want to hurt nobody. Honestly, I don't want to hurt nobody. All I want to do is live my life and can be like a vessel for those who are lost and want to just be a better for themselves. And I'm cool with that. My accomplishments are my accomplishments. We have to realize in these times, the things that you accomplish, the things that you value most in your life, those times where you made it happen, it's not for everybody. You don't have to put your stuff on Front Street to make people feel like you know who you are. I know who I am. I know my accomplishments. So I'm not the type of person that's going to put everything on the shelf for you to read the trophy. In conversation it pops up, but know that the stuff that you're going to value in these years to come next is not going to be the most shiniest stuff. It's going to be the awkward stuff, the stuff that you might not want people to know about yourself. And the more you understand that stuff is going to be the stuff that once you relieve yourself from all of that, you feel like you're unstoppable. Nobody can stop you. So what? You knocked me down, I got back up. What you got for me? You ain't got more than that's all you got for me? So this was a waste of our time because I'm going to still go on and be the greatest I can be. So if you ain't going that far with it, what's the sense of even approaching that at all, man? We kings, we gods. Don't let anybody ever tell you anything different. You see a lot of people straying away from religion because they wasn't brought into their family. Yeah, I understand. But those are the same people that they block and lock their door to open the new things. You so what you didn't raise in religion in this? Find a way to learn about it. Why do people act the way they act? Why do they feel like it's do your own research. That's how you find out who you are and why you do the things you do. You'll be surprised if you think you're the only, it just started with you. Nothing just starts with us. There's more people that brought us that got us to this point, whether you like it or not. That's just how it goes. And the more we start thinking like that, we'll start caring for each other more. Instead of worrying about, oh, your complexion, oh, they're darker than, they're this and that. Oh, they this, they that. Once you start saying a whole group of people is something, you know you off. I wouldn't put a bet on you. No, I'm not betting on that. I'm not betting on that. I'm putting my bet on the guy that you thought that he was one way and he turned around and he changed your life. I'm putting my bet on that guy. I'm not putting my bet on somebody that's just always stuck on this mindset of, oh, it ain't gonna never be never this and this and that. Pick your head up, man. Pick your head up. It's not every time you don't always win, man. Sometimes you take a loss and you keep going. We've been here before. We've been here before. We're tougher than that. We're tougher than what they can dish in front of us. You can't dish up something that's gonna hurt me. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do it? Let me know that part first. How you gonna do it? Are you going to come in a funny suit or look something like you feel like you're expensive? You think that's going to win against a man like me? No way. No way. As a matter of fact, I can spin you around and I can take you somewhere where you can get that stupid stuff off of you and you can look back at yourself and say, wait, hold on. I don't need that stuff to make me feel like the person that I am. Don't be like these guys, man. There's a lot of lost souls and everybody's on different levels and you got to give people their chance to have understanding. That comes within everything. I understand that. But we speaking for the ones that's really out there being foolish and being misguided and then they feel like, oh, they lost, so now we're going to push this back on the youth. No, you don't see how lost the youth is right now? They don't even know if to do drill music because I know they're scared of prison now. They starting to wake up. They starting to realize, no, I don't want to go to prison. No, I don't want to go to prison. The biggest trick they put on the youth was the high prices. They fool people. They fool people. Just the other day, you hear these people spending a whole bunch of money on the clothes and this and that. They don't know where their money went because they feel like that was the price for the price. No, look, you got fooled. You got fooled. The price never changed from clothes. It's only up here that make you spend more. You got to know what you're doing and you have to realize if it don't represent your culture, don't you jump in there. They don't want you wearing that stuff. That's the reason why the price is that high. The price ain't high because of the material. The material is the same material you can buy from your local entrepreneur. And for us to believe in us and to buy into us, we have to trust us enough to know that we're not trying to mislead each other because we've seen a lot of people in these positions that they turn around, they tell you, our own people tell us one thing and this is what they're going to do and they all for us and they're going to do this and then when they get in these positions, they're faced with this obstacle of, okay, are you going to take the money or are you going to take your people out? And they'll be like, you know what, give me the money and I'm going to take them people out because I got to get mine. We can't let the money and all of that stuff change you from knowing the route you have to take. I don't have to tell you as a black man or a black woman that you're going to have to work harder. Yes, you're going to have to work harder. Yes, you're going to have to do that. Yeah, man. Yeah, you have to do that. You're going to have to do that because they ain't going to, no, man. That's going the easy route was never our way, man. But every time we go the easy route, we get ourselves in trouble because we do too good at it. So you're going to have to go the hard route and you have to work it out and that's going to build trust. It's not going the easy route. It makes people can't trust in that. People can't trust in that. And that's the reason why when we hear these things on the news and a lot of people don't believe it or question it, I feel good with that. I'd rather you question it and don't believe in it than just automatically take whatever they serve to you. I'd rather you question it. I'd rather that. I like that. I like that. You're doing good at that. When they tell you something, you question it and you go research it and you find your understanding in it. And don't just think that you stop there. Then you bring it back and see what the first presentation of it, and then you have your own debate with it. And always ask why. There's nothing wrong with being like that. There's nothing wrong with being like that. This explanation comes with everything that means something in our life today. There's always going to be an explanation behind it. If there's no explanation, somebody hiding something. You can't trust in the same people that's hiding things from you. You got to figure it out for yourself. And don't ever go back there for that information unless you learn how to figure it out for yourself. You can learn anything in this world. You can learn anything in this world. It's just up to you to go do that. There's no school or no place on this earth that's going to push you to. They don't know what your dreams are. They don't know how, if you're a good-hearted person. All they know that everybody right now, they just look at people like a shell. They don't really give you that much time to find out who that person really is. A lot of these people, don't you see these people dating and they don't even know each other? It sounds crazy, right? They don't know each other. No, man, they don't know each other. The only thing that nowadays people want to, I want to have sex with this person, that person. But look, listen, man, there's a time and place for everything. Don't you want to get to know her too? Just in case, if something should happen, some baby or pregnancy, don't you want to at least know where your little man or little daughter is, her culture or something? You just looking off of face value? Many men fall from that type of nonsense, man. Don't let me hear y'all going for that. And ladies, don't be just looking at these guys. You're looking at a guy status and he reached a certain point and you haven't reached a certain point in your life and you expect that guy's gonna give you all. Look, let me tell you, a lot of these dudes are selfish. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of people have this selfish thing about them where that they know that they're going to keep you there if they have this and that's what you're there for. But if you love somebody and grow with somebody and you get the ups and downs with them, then that's both of y'all, because y'all, whatever's made is all in one pot. That's how you got to grow. And like, I know it's a sad video. I want you guys to really check out that I Hate Being a Single Mom, because it's a deep truth. I know it was going to be a harsh conversation, but look, man, not every female was ready for motherhood in this type of way, where everything is thrown upon you, and then, single mom, and you're there and you're trying to get everything together, and the prices are going up sky high. The prices are all the way up. And you expect them not to have it. So there's a lot of mental stress. There's a lot of different things that's playing with this up here right now. This is the war that we're in right now. To keep this on balance, to keep this at high frequency, understanding what's going on, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. When they say that, that it takes a village, well, even though our communities are, we damn near in shambles right now, because nobody can trust anybody. If that's your son shooting at my son, or if that's your nephew missing shoot this lady's daughter, there is no value in trusting each other in the community. So once that's broken, everybody's on edge, and it's kind of like, that's the reason why when you see I've seen a few car accidents now. And after the car accident's over, you would think that everybody's checking and see if they're all right, make sure they ain't hurt. But it turns into like, if it's two guys that like this fight, and they jumping out and they fighting because they don't even have no sense of solution. They're just ready to fight. Number one, insurance. Insurance will cover it. If you're doing the right thing to even be out there driving. What are you guys doing? Now you're fighting, and the world is like a movie, and y'all don't even realize it. I'm watching these two men fight from an angle. I don't know where these cameras were from. And it's like the world is watching these two guys fight in an accident, and we can't take something from it. Like, it's not even worth it. Everybody's on edge. When he hit, boom, he ready to pull something out of. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The minute people say, well, planes don't crash like that, you have a better chance of driving cars and car accidents. You start seeing the more planes crashing, more planes crashing as life start telling you the difference. You start seeing more start coming down. You're like, wait, hold on now. That's what I said last week, but this week is more planes. Well, you gonna wait till it hit a record high of planes crashing to realize something is wrong? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. There's a lot going on. Wake up. Wake up. While you was celebrating, somebody was dying. Wake up. Yeah. While you was having sex with your partner, somebody was getting raped down the block. Wake up. It's your neighborhood. The things that you saw and the destruction that you seen and said, that could, wow, I don't want that to happen to my family. When you open your curtains, it's happening outside. It don't matter if you're in a rich neighborhood or poor neighborhood. With this type of energy, everybody is living in the ghetto. Because they have this, a ghetto mentality. I have to kill, I have to do this to get this or get that. Why you see them, all them rich people, their houses getting breaking into for millions of dollars? You mean they got millions of dollars in their house? You got millions of dollars in your house? You open your front door on social media, and then you mad that somebody come in your house and take whatever you got. Don't you know that the people that you're looking on, so some people are good people, good-hearted people. But then there's other people looking in and they have jealous tendencies. They want what you have. They don't even know what it is. You can say what kind of watch is it. They don't even know what it is. They only know a couple brands, Rolex. They don't know what it is. They just know that they don't have it, and this is something that they can come on social media and be something that they not. So you got to be aware of the people around and stop living life like it's just only you. No, we all out here living life too. And as God would tell it, the ones that think that they're in control of other people will be the ones controlled by other people. I love you guys, man. It's a Monday. We got to feel good about ourselves. Make sure your energy's up. I need you guys to really check out the last two videos. I did one on the FBA, just say FBA versus everybody, and another one on I hate being a single mom. I have another drop in. Oh, and I also there's a new drop in the in our shop, and it's a jacket. It's a light jacket, very, very dope, inspired by dreams jacket. And I'm gonna style it up and show you guys how really dope that jacket is. But yeah, I put a lot of time into the design, and I want you guys to check that out as well. And for the people out there, you might be going through a little something or going through a lot of something. Just make sure that you know that there's somebody out here that understands what you're going through, man. And for the people out there doing wrong, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Instead of waking up with violence, you guys got to wake up with a high level energy frequency to know that, yo, life is going to get better than this, you guys. That's all I got to tell you. Life is going to get better. And stop saying like when somebody's 50, 60 years old that they're old. That's not old. That is not old, you guys. Don't let life shorten what you think lifespan really is. Don't you know a lot of people live to 100 years old? Go for that. Your body can go, you can do that with this up here, all right? Love you guys, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, you love the conversations. I got a lot more things to bring to you guys. I think I'm gonna drop I might do a surprise drop later on today, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. And yeah, man, I might put into I don't wanna cry no more with the Biggie docs, man. But it's just, man, if people knew how precious life is, man, you will want to go out there and reach and touch more and help more people, because we're not going to be on here forever. This thing of ours is not going to be here forever. So we got to make the best of our time and stop being so rebellious, so violent and negative towards each other. I don't really like that. It don't make you a tough guy. It's just, don't be that guy, There's a lot of things I don't want to talk about too. That's just nonsense on social media. People going back and forth about things that don't really mean anything. I pray to God that everybody finds some understanding in the thing that's going on and just better their life, man. I love you guys. Until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, wait, hold on. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe, right now. And stay tuned for the drop. Love you guys, and y'all make sure that y'all enjoy your day. It's Monday. Have a conversation with somebody new, wear a new color, maybe sip a new drink, or just make sure you take care of you, all right? Love.